Just ran like 4 miles. It's morning, and I'm listening to music. Um, observe the current moment. Observe the present moment. Feel what's in your body. Feel what's in your body. Be in your body. What do you feel? What's there? Bring it out. See it. Feel it. Recognize it. Be it. Be it. What are you? Where have you been? Where are you going? Where do you live? Where do you come from? I wasn't able to hear my voice, so it was a bit strange. I'm feeling like, okay, like some topics in my mind are like self-knowledge, self-knowledge, like your story, being able to really identify like the reasons you're thinking, why you did what you did, in terms of like life decisions, like decision to stay in Chicago, not stay in San Francisco back in 2017 when I had the chance. Why I was really thinking about going to San Francisco to join like a co-living space, like a hacker house. And I was like, no, I have to figure out how I can learn as a person, like how I can learn effectively, how I can manage myself effectively, how I can understand myself, break through like fear, which was limiting and taking over, which was restricting. But it's always like fear, or it's like a fear of feeling existence, which was like very intense for me. And that is the reason why I didn't go to San Francisco. I was like, okay, I want to try resolving this fear here. And then I fell into my first job. I fell into it. I got my first job in development, and that was like, okay, working 9 to 5, 40 to 45. It was actually 45 hours a week, every day for like 2 years. That kind of changes you. It limits your time, and so then I kind of fell away. Got we have our own internal journeys, odysseys, and that was like an example of when the winds kind of took me away, and I was off on a different ocean. Lost that connection with that original view and plan of self-awareness, and now here I am. I went to another job for 2 years, and then I was traveling around the world for 1 year and doing different things. I went to Rome as a pilgrimage, went to the Vatican as a kind of a pilgrimage, kind of like trying to find my path, and kind of like did find it, like having now the ability to not feel fear. It's new, so I can really like be aware of my existence, like out against the void, which before was overwhelming, and kind of like, and also it's like in manufactured kind of like shame. Like some people just are so sensitive, and then they get into like a negative self-image, and even though it's not based in reality, and then that thing can spiral, and it can become it can feed off onto itself as a negative self-image, negative self-talk, and being alone, not having any support in terms of like community or people that can anchor you or like give you an objective, or where you can experience feelings of authentic relating. And so I feel like I'm describing myself, like I was like that. And what happens is well, my story is like super unique, and so this is like part of being human, and like just like our own journeys and odysseys. It's like we are exploring, we have this chunk of time on this planet, and it's like, what do we do with it? And it's like our internal algorithm is like, well, we want to experience what it means to be human maximally. We don't want to live in a live in like for pleasure, or live for to for some achievements. I mean, yes, achievement is uh, is rewarding in a life. Like achievement, like being like the best at something. Yes, at the same time, that only can happen if you have a bedrock, a foundation of um, authentic self, like alignment with your earliest experiences. I believe like your earliest experiences, it's kind of like we are kind of a blockchain, and if we are ourselves legitimate in as agents right now, in terms of like what we say, what we decide, how we act, um, we are legitimate to ourselves, as long as that like that chain of is not broken, from when you were born and all your experiences. That's a that's when people are most authentic, most powerful too, because then they show that they can be integral with themselves. They have integrity. They have the ability to tune in to the right signals and identify signal versus noise, and be able to tune into the right signals. So this is like people that are authentic. So this is like the purpose essentially of religions, and like meditations, prayer, like Christianity, like confessions, like mass, Sunday mass. Is like these are practices around like us being able to connect with our like most legitimate self, which means most authentic self, which means like feeling your emotions and being true to them, and not serving someone else, but really serving yourself, your truest, your deepest, your soul. So in Christian iconography, that's like the child, like the baby Jesus that represents, and like it's often the baby Jesus with Mary. Yeah, I never really paid that much attention in my Christian education, but I did some. All right, I paid attention, and so that image of the baby Jesus and Mary it kind of speaks to that like idea of like the idea of connecting yourself, being having integrity with your earliest experiences, with all of those bumps and bruises to your ego, to your soul, to your body, which is stored in your body, and then like being able to tune into it. And so that's like the prayers, like save my soul, and that is the meditations that I have right now. So that's like the odyssey. So like staying, it's like our journey within throughout the world is an odyssey, and if we are able to stay true to our souls, then we are alive and well. And that there are those dangers of being alienated from yourself. It's 10 minutes. Peace.